Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video, doing JMA Friday for today's second video. So as always on a Friday, we're having a look at the weather for the month ahead with the Japanese and CFS V2 models, which is going to get us into the middle of the second half of October, and I shall get some of it for you in a moment. Just to say that the first video today was our 6 AM upload. We've got the 10 to 14 day with all of the reg features coming up later on this afternoon. And this evening, we're going to have the ECM WF42 day / 6 weeks look ahead. So check that one out. If you'd like to do that, please like, share, subscribe on the video. Thank you so much, everyone. But getting that. Right, let's start off with week 1, 500 millibar height anomaly from the Arctic and North Pole view down from the JMA. So this is going to take us from the 23rd of September today through to the 30th, last day of the month. This is the North Pole just here in the wider Arctic Circle. Around there, mid-latitudes are through here, of course. So these are broken down into weekly periods. The first week period will take us from the 23rd to 30th of September, as I just explained. Red and orange and yellow extrapolate to above average heights, which is high pressure. Blue to below average heights, which is low pressure. So in the week ahead, we're going to have a blocking area of high pressure in the Atlantic with a trough of low pressure to our east. And the upshot of that will be to bring in a much cooler or even colder northerly flow. And there will be showery conditions involved in that too. Week 2 will take us from the 30th of September to 7th of October. The trough of low pressure moves away towards the eastern side of Europe as a ridge of high pressure starts to head in from off the Atlantic. That begins to turn things significantly drier with that area of high pressure moving in from the Atlantic. It's probably still quite cool though. Around that, I reckon we'd still be sort of bringing in the wind from like a northerly or potentially northeasterly direction. And then weeks 3 and 4 will take us from the 7th through to 21st of October. And we still have this trough of below average heights across eastern, northeastern parts of Europe. Otherwise, not much else to go on. These are 2-week anomalies, so it's transitional. We might be finding ourselves going into sort of higher pressure as we go through this middle phase of October, but it's a little bit difficult to decipher. Let's check out the tropical mid-latitude view. So UK and Ireland in the top right-hand corner of the chart as you're looking at it. We can't see Greenland, Iceland, Scandinavia, the Arctic. All those areas are off the chart up here, but we've had a look at that view down, so we know what's going on. Reminder of the 500 millibar height anomaly with the area of above average heights in the Atlantic and extending north with a trough of below average heights over and to the south and east of the country, and that brings the wind in from a north or a northeasterly direction. So the temperature anomaly in the weekend is going to be cooler than average. We're in those pale blue colours there, as we are in most parts of Europe. That's around a degree below average, so quite a cool end to September. Not particularly unsettled though, average to maybe a little bit on the drier than average side in week 1. Week 2 will take us from the 30th of September to 7th of October, above average heights building in across the country then. So the model wants to lift the temperature anomaly up. I think that could still be maybe quite a chilly week, but the model is going for like average to above average by around 1 to 2 degrees, especially so for more northern areas, interestingly. And still a little bit on the drier side as well. Average to slightly drier than average in the second week. Weeks 3 and 4 will be the 7th, 21st of October. Not much to work with from a 500 millibar height anomaly perspective. Temperature anomalies are warmer than average again though. Average to slightly above. And the precipitation anomaly also a little bit wetter, so maybe going a bit more unsettled there in those 2 weeks, possibly seeing a return of more Atlantic-driven weather, which will be relatively mild, but will give the chance of some wetter weather. Right, let's see how that's JMA done. Let's see how CFS V2 compares. So these are 500 millibar High Anomalies again, broken down into weekly periods. The first week period going to take to the 23rd, 29th of September. The coming week we'll have the below average heights to the east, the above average heights to the west, and we'll be bringing in those cool north or northeasterly winds. It will be a cooler end to September. Week 2 is the 30th of September, 6th of October. Quite different this to the JMA. It's much more unsettled with below average heights in of the Atlantic. It probably turns milder as we lose the northerly and get wind back from the Atlantic, but that would be significantly more unsettled compared to what the JMA is showing in the second week. Week 3 will be the 7th to the 13th of October, with above average heights pulling up through the Atlantic and heading to Greenland. Below average heights over Scandinavia, winds are going into that north or northeasterly direction. That could bring another shot of colder air down from the north, I think, in the second week of October. And then week 4 finally will be the 14th to the 20th of October, with above average heights building through the west of Europe. That returns us to drier weather and probably somewhat warmer conditions too. Temperature anomalies for week 1 with CFS V2, 23rd, 29th of September, are cooler than average, below average by around 1 or 2 degrees. Quite a substantial anomaly. Most parts of Europe looking quite cold as well. But it's all changed into week 2 when things get milder. So this is the 30th September, 6th of October. Temperature at 9 just slightly above average. Week 3 will be the 7th to the 13th of October. Now, I thought this looked like it could be another little northerly interlude, but the miles still above average with the temperature anomaly then. And we round it all off in week 4, which is the 14th, 20th of October, above average temperature anomalies again, quite significantly so, going into the red colours, which is like a couple of degrees above average. So a mild October to come. Both of these models are right, actually. And then final precipitation with CFS V2 week 1, 23rd, 29th of September. Driving average to our west, wetter than average to our east. Week 2 is the 30th of September, 6th of October. And that one looks wetter than average just to our west and southwest. Week 3 is going to be the 7th, 13th of October. Losing the signal now near normal. And no particular signal when we get through to week 4 either. 14th, 20th of October. Just very weak signals there. But I think the CFS looks more unsettled than the JMA for October, generally, especially in that second week. Right, so we've got agreement for week 1. We're starting off below average and relatively dry. So colder or cooler, colder than average and relatively dry for the final week of September. October looking warmer, milder, warmer through October. The above average temperatures return after having a bit of a break for the last couple of weeks of September. They're back in business with those above average temperatures into October, and unsettled as well. How unsettled it gets, remains to be seen. So, yeah, unsettled but mild for October with JMA Friday for this week. Right, that's it then. Just a snapshot of what the 2 miles are showing. They could look completely different when we look at them next week. Any forecast beyond 5-7 days comes with big health warnings and large pinches of salt attached. We will be back shortly with a 10 to 14 dayer. And then we've got the EC extended look ahead for you this evening. Will that agree with JMA Friday? You'll find out around 7 p.m. this evening. For JMA Friday for this week, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.